Almost everything written about lead magnets is about the wrong half. People spend a weekend designing a beautiful 30-page ebook, export it, and get almost no subscribers, and they conclude the design wasn't good enough. It wasn't the design. A lead magnet is 4 things, and only one of them is the file. The other 3 decide whether it works, and there's one of them that people get so consistently wrong that it silently kills the whole thing, the email that delivers it. In this video, we build the whole machine in Canva: the magnet itself, the form that captures the address, the delivery that actually arrives, and the page that turns a download into a customer. Here's what we're building. So the machine, part 1 is the magnet, the file, and it matters least. Part 2 is the form where somebody types their email address. Part 3 is the delivery, the email that actually puts the file in their hands. And part 4 is the thank you page, which is the most wasted page on the internet. Now here's something worth knowing because most tutorials are out of date on it. Canva can capture an email now. You drop a form into a design and the addresses land in a Canva sheet. That is genuinely useful and it's free, but understand exactly what you've got. A sheet is a list of addresses. It is not an email list. It doesn't send the file. It doesn't follow anybody up. Nothing happens until you connect something that sends. Before you open a canvas, the part that decides everything, your lead magnet solves one specific problem for one specific person, and it can be described in a single sentence. Not my free guide to social media. Instead, the 30 captions I rotate for a bakery. Not a nutrition ebook. Instead, the 7 breakfasts I make in under 4 minutes. The narrower it is, the better it converts, and this is counterintuitive enough that most people get it backwards. They widen the promise to appeal to more people and it stops appealing to anybody, and keep it short. The working number across this whole genre is 1 to 5 pages, not 30. A thing somebody can finish in 4 minutes gets finished, and a thing that gets finished is a thing that builds trust. A 30-page ebook mostly gets downloaded and never opened. Now build it, create a design, custom size, and here you have a genuine choice. If there's any chance somebody prints this, a checklist, a planner, a worksheet, use US letter, 8.5 by 11 inches, because that's what most of your readers have in their printer. If it's read on a screen and never printed, you can go wider, but portrait still wins because the thing it will be opened on is a phone. Then margins. 2 centimeters on every edge, dragged in as guides before you place a single element. And one more thing people skip. Set your 2 fonts and your 2 colors now, in the brand tab or just on a scrap page, because the fastest way to make a free download look free is 3 fonts and 5 colors. 4 page types, and that's the whole document. Page 1, the cover, the promise as a headline, your name small underneath and nothing else. Resist putting your logo enormous at the top. Nobody downloaded this for your logo. Page 2 is the one almost everybody skips, and it's the page that makes people read the rest. 1 short paragraph: here's what this is, here's what you'll be able to do at the end of it, here's roughly how long it takes. Say 4 minutes and people give you 4 minutes. Then the content pages. 1 idea per page, a heading, a short paragraph and white space, and genuinely resist filling the space because a page that looks quick to read gets read. If it's a checklist, put real checkboxes on it because people print those. And the last page is not a goodbye. The last page is the single next step. Work with me, book a call, buy the thing, read this next. 1 button, 1 link, 1 sentence explaining why. Nobody is ever more warm towards you than the moment they finish something useful you gave them. Now export it and hand it over, and this is the section that decides whether any of this works. Share download, PDF standard, not PDF print, because print is for paper and gives you a file several times the size for a difference nobody can see on a screen. And now the trap. The obvious thing to do next is to attach that PDF to the welcome email. Do not attach it, ever. Attachments are one of the most reliable ways to land in spam. Mail providers treat an attachment from a bulk sender as a risk. Security software blocks them, and Mailchimp says so in its own documentation, that attachments can slow or stop bulk delivery, or get the message blocked outright. Which is why Mailchimp hosts your file for you instead, and caps hosted files at 10 megabytes. So you upload the PDF somewhere it lives, your email tool's own file hosting, your website, a cloud drive with the link set to anyone with the link, and the email contains a button that points at it. The file never travels inside the email. That single change is the difference between a lead magnet that arrives and one that quietly doesn't. Part 2, the form, and you have 2 honest options. Option 1, entirely inside Canva. Drop a form into your design, wire the fields, and share it by public link. Addresses land in a Canva sheet. It's free, it takes 5 minutes, and for someone collecting their first 50 emails it is genuinely fine. Option 2 is a proper email tool, and the reason to move is not features, it's that the sending and the following up happen automatically. Whichever you pick, the form itself follows 3 rules. Ask for the email and nothing else. Every extra field costs you sign-ups, and you do not need their phone number for a PDF. Put the promise directly above the field in the same words as the cover, because a person who clicked from somewhere else needs to recognize where they've landed. And label the button with what they get. Send me the templates, not submit. The delivery email is the one everybody writes badly, and it is the easiest one to get right because it should be almost empty. Subject line, the name of the thing they asked for. Not welcome to my newsletter. They didn't ask for your newsletter, they asked for the thing. First line, here it is. Then the button. Then one sentence telling them what to do first. Open page 3 and do the first item, because a person who uses it in the first 5 minutes is a person who remembers you existed. And that's the whole email. No life story, no 7 other links, no social icons. Every extra thing you put in there is another chance to click something that isn't the file. Send it immediately, not on a delay, because they are sitting there waiting for it right now with the tab still open. When somebody submits the form, they get sent somewhere, and that somewhere is almost always a page that says, "Thanks, check your email." That page is real estate you already paid for, and it's doing 1 job when it could do 3. Keep the reassurance, tell them it's on its way, and to check the promotions tab, because that genuinely reduces the number of people who never find it. Then add the 2 things. 1. A single next step, the same one that's on the last page of the magnet while their attention is still on you. 2. Something that makes the wait feel short, a 2-minute video, a quick win they can do before the email lands. This is the highest intent moment you will ever get with this person. They have just raised their hand, a page that says thanks, and nothing else throws that away. One more piece and the machine is finished. A lead magnet with no follow-up is a download, not a list. 3 emails written once, sent automatically. Email 1 is the delivery, immediately. Email 2 a day or 2 later. Did you use it? Here's the one thing people get stuck on. Here's how to fix it. That email does more for how people feel about you than the magnet did, because it's the only one that proves a human is on the other end. Email 3, a few days after that, is the offer, and it's allowed to be an offer because you've given them 2 useful things first. Write these once, and every single person who ever downloads the file from now on goes through them without you doing anything. That's the difference between a file and a machine. 5. That costs signups. Attaching the file to the email, the one we just covered, and the most expensive because the failure is invisible to you. Asking for a name, a phone number, and a company on a form that delivers a PDF. A promise so broad that nobody feels it's for them. A 30-page ebook when a 2-page checklist would have been finished and used. And no follow-up at all, which is the one that costs the most over a year, because every person who ever downloaded it just sits in a list, cooling off. Notice that 4 of those 5 have nothing to do with the design. You can have the best-looking lead magnet on the internet and no list, and the reason will be in this list, not in the file. Before you turn it on, 6 checks. 1. The promise is 1 sentence and 1 person. 2. It can be finished in under 5 minutes. 3. The last page has exactly 1 next step. 4. Exported PDF standard and small. 5. The file is hosted and the email links to it, not attached, never attached. 6. And this is the one everybody skips. Sign up to your own form with a real address on a phone and go all the way through. Did it arrive? Did it land in promotions? Did the button work? 6 ticks and the machine runs without you. And if you'd rather not build the frame from scratch, the lead magnet kit from this video is ready to edit. The cover, the what you get page, the content and checklist layouts, the 1-step last page, plus the form wording, the delivery email and the 3 email sequence written out. $4.99 or free for template club members, link below. That's the whole machine. 1 narrow promise, a short file somebody actually finishes, a form that asks for 1 thing, an email that links instead of attaches, and 3 messages that run without you. Subscribe for practical Canva tutorials every week, and whatever else you do, do not attach the file. See you in the next one.